Among the vibrant color photos of Elgie Auten-Forney's family and children, a poignant black and white image captured her mother in tears, standing before a wilting Christmas tree. You see, her mother wished to keep the Christmas tree glowing until her little boy returned home. Perched on the shelf in her dining room in Orrville, Ohio, the aging picture quietly reflected the deep-seated grief that Forney had held on to for more than 9 decades. In a small city 90 minutes south of Cleveland, a tragic event unfolded on December the 27th, 1928, when her 4-year-old brother Melvin Horst went missing. This case is recognized as the oldest of its kind in Ohio and is also one of the longest standing missing persons cases in the United States, according to officials. Elgie stood as the last surviving link in a family that had faced years of heartache. At the tender age of 2, she lost her brother under circumstances she could not remember, but the effects of that day lingered throughout her life. Elgie Dora Horst Auten-Forney, who passed away in 2023 at the age of 96, spent her lifetime searching for the brother she never forgot. The disappearance of the boy occurred at a time when the idea of a crime against a child seemed almost unfathomable. It was nearly 4 years before the widely publicized kidnapping of the Limburg baby in March of 1932, and many decades before such incidents became so routine that children's images began to appear on milk cartons. According to several news stories, a band of rum runners, fed up with Melvin's uncle, the town marshal, decided to kidnap his son for revenge. In a shocking turn of events, they ended up seizing the wrong boy, took him to Cleveland, and ultimately drowned him in Lake Erie. The youngest member of the Horst family, Elgie Dora, was born to Raymond and Zora. She had 2 brothers who were part of her early life. Ralph, her oldest brother, was 8 years old at the time, and Melvin, the middle child, was just 4. At the time of his disappearance, Melvin measured 3 feet in height and weighed 49 pounds. Just 2 days after Christmas in 1928, Melvin stepped outside to join his friends for some fun near his family's home at the corner of Vine and Paradise Streets in Orrville. Dressed in a cozy dark brown coat and his trusty blue overalls, he imagined himself as a brave firefighter. His favorite Christmas present, a shiny red toy fire truck from his parents, was the centerpiece of their playtime. His friends recounted that they had been playing in an empty lot near the railroad tracks off of Chestnut St. As the evening wore on, Melvin informed the group that it was getting late and that he needed to head home. At that moment, he was just about a block away from his family's residence. Unfortunately, Melvin never made it home and has since vanished without a trace. Although the toy he was playing with was discovered in his front yard, Zora, Melvin's mother, summoned him for dinner around 4:30 p.m., but he failed to show up. Worried, she sent her older son to check with the neighbors, but there was no trace of Melvin. By the time Raymond, Melvin's father, returned home from work at 6 p.m., both parents were out searching the neighborhood for their son. By 7 p.m., the Horsts had alerted the authorities, leading to a comprehensive search that began at 8:30 p.m. that night. A significant number of Orville's 4,500 residents joined in the effort, which was spearheaded by Roy, the village marshal and Raymond's brother. The search extended over several weeks, covering over 100 square miles and involving door-to-door inquiries in Melvin's neighborhood. Sadly, there was no evidence of the child. At first, the investigators suspected that Melvin had been taken for ransom by an individual who mistook him for a neighbor boy with a similar appearance. Melvin's family was of modest means, in contrast to the neighbor's wealthier parents. The line of inquiry was abandoned when it became clear that no ransom demands had been made. The story of Melvin's disappearance became a sensational topic across the country, with the media intensely covering the unfolding events. This took place during the Prohibition era, a period when Roy was known for his strict enforcement of liquor laws, which led to widespread resentment towards him in Orville and beyond. Many believe that bootleggers had taken Melvin as a form of retaliation against Roy, who had shared a close bond with his nephew and had lived with Melvin's family until shortly before the incident. Elias Arnold, a notorious bootlegger, was arrested on January 2nd, 1929, alongside his children William, Arthur, and Dorothy, as well as his son-in-law Bascom McHenry, all facing charges related to Melvin's kidnapping. The previous year had seen Elias spend a significant amount of time in jail due to liquor charges, a fate that befell other family members as well. It was said that he harbored resentment towards Roy Horst. Interestingly, the Arnold family lived just a short distance from Melvin home. 8-year-old Charles Jr. Hanna, the son of Elias's brother-in-law, informed investigators that he witnessed Melvin being enticed into the Arnold residence on the day he went missing with the promise of an orange. A 9-year-old neighbor also confirmed this account. The Arnolds consistently asserted their innocence regarding Melvin's disappearance, providing alibis for the time he went missing. However, Elias and Arthur were convicted and spent 3 months behind bars until authorities discovered that Junior's account of the events was impossible from his claimed vantage point during the abduction. In a subsequent trial, the men were exonerated of any involvement in Melvin's case. In the year 1930, Junior made shocking allegations against his father, Charles Hanna, and a neighbor named Earl Connaught. He asserted that they had murdered Melvin and coerced him into concocting a tale that would blame the Arnold family. The two men confessed to murdering Melvin in a garage after he stumbled upon them drinking whiskey. However, neither of them took responsibility for the act itself, and it was subsequently revealed that their confessions were extracted under coercion from law enforcement. There have been no developments or arrests in Melvin's case since 1930. Some individuals theorized that Melvin had fallen victim to abduction and murder, while others proposed that he was involved in a hit and run, with the driver choosing to cover up the incident. Additionally, there were whispers that one of Roy's foes might have orchestrated the disappearance to send a chilling message to the marshal. Investigators are still delving into the second theory, focusing focusing on Anthony Tony Long LaFoch, an organized crime figure from Akron, Ohio, as a potential suspect. A woman has claimed that LaFoch kidnapped Melvin to settle a score with Roy, and she provided care for Melvin for several days in an apartment above Market Street in Akron before LaFoch moved him again. Authorities are working to corroborate her account. LaFoch passed away in 1994. After Melvin's disappearance, his parents relocated to Florida, but both have since passed away, along with his brother. His younger sister remained in the area until her death in 2023. In 2022, before her passing, LG made sure to leave her DNA on file, hoping it might assist in locating her brother. Authorities have indicated that Melvin's case remains open, yet they express skepticism that any new leads will emerge to uncover his fate. Please leave your thoughts below. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I thank you for the continued support.